guys, welcome back. This is Jenny from Polly's Paper Studio, and I have a project share and tutorial for you today. So this is a mini album I created with the By the Sea collection. This is from Graphic 45, and they just announced this as a deluxe collector's edition. So I have the 8x8 paper pad here. I also have the chipboard and the 12x12 cut apart sheet. So this mini album has the gorgeous focal image here, along with some handmade by me and some wild orchid craft flowers. I've used a banner die to create this fun shape on top, and then added some of the chipboard buttons. There are sequins that coordinate some additional die cuts here on the bottom, and then this seashell embellishment that I've just tucked into my floral arrangement. So this is a 4 by 6.5 inch album, and it has this beautiful ribbon trim that coordinates and some nautical inspired charms. There's also some vintage buttons here and some burlap string. So I've got this tied up on the side with a nice ribbon here, and then inside there are pages that have the coordinating pattern papers with some of the border strips, and then each of these acts as a tip-in so that you can add some journaling to go along with your pictures. I've used the same blue matting throughout to keep this a nice consistent look. This page has a bit of a larger tip-in, and then I created a pocket with the pattern paper as well in an envelope shape, and then gave it another layered border strip for detail. And this is a folded insert so that you will have plenty of room to add your pictures and journaling, and then it just tucks right into that pocket page right there. The next page has two tags that are also folded inserts, and they have more of those journal card images along with the pattern paper and that matting. So they will slip into these pockets and have the entire beautiful image showing. So this is covered on the back as well with the coordinating pattern paper, and you can see how thick and chunky that book is. So I was able to get quite a lot of depth by using some spacers between the larger images, and that just helps the book to hold its shape nicely. And this book has a nice weight to it. It's very substantial and sturdy. So let's get into how I created the book base. So like I mentioned before, this book is 6.5 inches by 4 inches. So to create the depth that we need in the spine, I'm going to score it. So I have 3 pieces of paper here that are 8.25 by 6.5. I'm going to score each one at 4 inches, and then also at 4.25. So when I fold on the score lines, I'm left with that depth on the end. So I have 3 of these, and I have already attached 2. I also have 3 of these sheets. Now this is the 110-pound cardstock. I do want these to be extra sturdy. These are each 8 inches wide by 6.5, and then I've scored each one at 4. I have one more piece to work with. This is 6.5, and this is the full length of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I will clip it when I get it wrapped around. So I'll start by attaching this last piece to this stack that creates the book pages. So I'm just going to fold this down so that I can line these up on the edges, and I'm gonna just attach that using the double-sided adhesive tape all the way around. And it's just easy to line that right up, making sure to take your time and do this very carefully. Now, I would normally want to demonstrate this with scrap paper, but I enjoyed creating this book so much that I will be creating many of them, so I don't mind using good paper. Like I said, these 3 are just 65-pound weight cardstock, and that will make the scoring process much easier. I don't know if you've tried to fold the 110-pound cardstock into this type of shape. It does make the job a little bit difficult. So I'm going to add the next portion on. These 110-pound cardstock pieces that I have cut and scored are going to wrap around and disguise that joined edge on the front, and this also gives it much more stability. So I just want to use that double-sided adhesive again and then line that right up on the book and wrap it around. I'll take this side off now and secure it on the back. So now what we've created is one very thick, substantial page with a nice finished edge. So I'll do that again for this page. Now I have the 2 inside pages finished off with that super sturdy cardstock. I want to add the cover on now, which will conceal this spine edge. And first what I want to do is add my double-sided adhesive to this side. And then you can see that I also have the tape on the first inside page that will go into the cover. So let's pull this first and then bring in that longer strip. I just want to line that up very carefully with the edge again, just like we did for the inside pages. Since everything is 6.5, that should be very easy to work around. Now I think it will be a nicer finished look if I score that line. So I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in and just line that up with one of the grooves there so that I get a nice even score. Then I will peel this tape off and fold this over. Sorry about the noise there. The upstairs people are getting themselves a cup of coffee. I'm going to score that one more time just like I did on the front. And just go ahead and pre-fold that. Now I want to add some tape to the back cover and then fold it over to secure it. Now you can clip the excess off. Just cut along that line there. And then those last 2 pieces of paper we can bring in now. So these are that 110-pound cardstock again. And we'll just finish the front and back cover just the way we did for the inside pages. And then take tape off the back and fold it over. So that's gonna create that same nice, thick, sturdy page. And now all of these pages are super thick and sturdy. It has a nice, clean, finished look on the inside and the outside. And then you bring in your pattern paper to cover that and decorate it. And you should probably pick the By the Sea collection like I did, but any collection will be gorgeous. So if you enjoyed this flip through and tutorial, make sure you give me a like, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I will leave links in the description for the pattern paper and the flowers and the trim. So if you want to check that out, you will find that there, as well as links to our platforms. We are on Facebook and Instagram and our Etsy shop and our blog. So as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.